So Sorel came. Okay, thank you very much, Sorel. There's Edwin. That's it. That's, all your friends are there. Huh? Hervé?
Yes. I have some friends who are coming. I think that will be
Coming
there
later on.
in a few minutes. Yes.
If you can ask them to come. So, alors, basically, first of all, congratulations,
Thank you.
Hervé. So, you seem to be in a car now. No, where are you? You seem to be in a car.
Yes,
No?
I'm in the car. I was going to my place, and
Okay.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So, alors, so basically, so when will you start? When will you start your when will you start your MBA, Hervé? When is it going
Okay.
to start?
I'm going to start on next week, Monday.
Next week. Okay.
Yes.
So now what are you doing? So now you're moving from
From Cebu to Paris. Yes, with my
moving from
family.
Chevron to Paris.
Yeah.
The whole family is going to move to Paris? The whole family?
Yes, all family. But I'm going to live in alone in the campus,
Okay.
and they will live in Paris.
They will in Paris itself. Okay.
Yes.
So you have decided to move from Cherbourg to live in Paris because basically after the MBA you will work in Paris probably. Huh? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But my first plan is to have a HEC and Yale. I'm not for the moment. Yes.
Yeah.
It is what I'm going to plan.
That's what you're aiming. Yeah? So basically you're aiming for the double degree HEC. Okay. So you're going to live on campus and your family will live in Paris. So it's a good thing to do. Alors,
yes.
So tell me, did you have some pre-MBA courses? Did they give you some extra work before starting the MBA or not?
Yes, they give some math camp exercises.
So you had the math camp exercise. Alors, basically, did you have an opportunity to talk to the students who are going to be with you?
Yes. We have one WhatsApp group with all one WhatsApp group with all people of my section class, and we meet one time last Wednesday.
Okay, to meet last Wednesday. And so, what do you think of all these students who are going to be with you? What do you think?
Oh, I think it will be a very nice group. There is a mix of background, and I think yes, it will be very nice. We have a lot of things to share.
Okay, that's so basically, what were the first people that you have been able to talk to? Can you give me the background of the people that who are going to work with you?
Yes. I meet one Canadian people who was in the army.
Okay.
And yes, and another one New York people coming from New York.
Yeah.
And
so an American, a New Yorker.
Yes, New Yorker. Yes, and he was in the informatic in general. Yes.
So he was working in IT, computer science.
IT, yes. And now he really want to work in Paris, and this is why he consider HEC MBA.
Okay. Now tell me, why did you consider the HEC MBA, Hervé?
Okay. First of all, I went there to HEC the first time because for now I have a very technical background.
Yeah.
And for me, okay.
Yeah. Go ahead, keep going because the phone was ringing. Okay.
Okay. I was saying that I went there because of my 8 years of experiences. I was looking another program who helped me to boost my career plan, and I went to HEC, and I mean that the program really fits to me because firstly he was in France. He started in France, and my family was living in France, and he has a very rigorous program courses that that I found it very interesting. And at the third place, I would say that they have a very partnership with another very interesting school like Yale which is the program I'm looking for.
Okay, so that's the thing that you have in mind. And can you tell us about the structure of the program, Herve?
Yes. The program is about 4 terms. You have the first 2 terms, which are the very courses. You have to do it here, and for the second last term, you have to choose if you want to make a stage or to make an exchange with another partnership school.
Okay, but tell me the structure. So it's a 16 months program. Can you tell us how it works and what is
Okay.
the structure that you want to? Because maybe there are many people who are here who there is a Braille, there is, I don't know, there is Memphis. And they
Yes.
probably want to know more about the structure of the program. Maybe if you can
Yes.
explain to them.
Okay. The program, the global program is about 16 months.
Yeah.
You can make all the 16 months here in Paris with the first 2 term, 4 months. The first term is 4 months. That's 4 months. You have the core courses to introduce the different business notion.
Yeah.
And after that, you have the second term, which is in Paris too. And after that 2 terms of 8 months, you have the 2 terms of 8 other months, which you can choose to move to an exchange program or to doing a stage or a specialization. You can choose that specialization too.
Okay, so that's the thing. So, and basically, what you have to explain for the people who have come today is that HEC. So basically, you can have like an exchange program. Okay?
Yes.
Now, by the way, I will ask Xenia. Xenia is here. Can you ask what is his name? What is his name? Our student from Cameroon. You know, we did the class long time ago. Xenia. I forgot his name. Can you ask him to join because he will explain? He did, for instance, Chicago. Huh? Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So if Addison Gona, Xenia, if you can ask if Addison Gona to join now, maybe I would like him to join as well. Okay, because he's managing a project for MBA Center. So basically, they have to understand. So you can, for instance, study at HEC for a year. Okay, you have no exchange program. You study for a year. I had students who are in a hurry. We cannot afford to study more than 1 year. Okay, so they do a 1 year program. If you have the 1 year program, you cannot do any exchange program, etc. So it's a short version. It looks like a bit like INSEAD. Okay.
Okay.
Then you have people who decide to do the long track. I gave you the example of Steve Twente with the Soccer.
Yes.
He was done 1 year in Paris, okay, and 1 year at Yale. And through the Yale program, I can give you example of students through the Yale program. He has been able to study at Yale. He got a degree called the MAM, certain MBAs called MAM, and you get at the same time a 3-year. You get a 3-year visa to work in the US. Okay, it's called a STEM program. Okay, and then you have people in between. So, for instance, like Eve, who did 3 or 6 months of exchange program at Chicago. Okay, Eve Addison Gona. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, if you can ask him to come. So basically, we have different type of things. So basically, HEC is extremely flexible between 1 year to 2 years. Okay, I have a student, for instance, now from Italy, who did the double degree in with the NUS, with National University of Singapore. Okay.
Okay. Right. Okay.
And yeah, it is Eve Addison Gona. So that's the thing that you can do. You personally, what do you expect from HEC in terms of professional, academic, and personal development? What do you expect from these 1 to 2 years there?
Okay. Really, when I was discussing with other people, other students, they told me that every time when you get to HEC, you just say, okay, I want to do that way. But at the end of the program, you just say, okay, it was very wonderful. Finally, definitely, I will do that other thing. for me, I have an idea for what I'm going to do, but I think we will have another point, 6 months or in the year, and
Yeah.
yes, I will just share with you what I really enjoy during that year of program.
Yes, we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. By the way, very well how it works. Alors, basically, it's interesting, by the way, to know that you have applied to HEC, but I asked Sorel to come. Sorel Janku, who is also polytechnician. We got
Yes.
accepted to IMD and INSEAD, so now she has issues to solve. Alors, so basically, what I've noticed is that basically the African students that we have, or let's say the students from the French-speaking part, so from West Africa, let's call them, so the French-speaking part,
Yes.
they apply a lot to INSEAD, LBS, and HEC. Okay, and a lot of them go to finally HEC or INSEAD. Okay, and for me, there are several reasons. First, the quality of the class, the recognition, and also probably the visa. Okay, because I see that for an African coming from the French-speaking part of Africa, it's probably easier to get a visa to study. Okay. Alors you, for instance, Sorel, with us, if you can talk, tell me, Sorel, why have you decided, for instance, to apply to one-year program, but not to HEC, but to IMD and INSEAD, for instance, Sorel? Sorel, yeah.
I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, of course you can hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, like initially when I was considering proceeding going for an MBA, the main school I had in mind was actually, and like you said, I've been knowing Herve for long. So last year when I was on annual leave, they were actually discussing about it, and initially the school that was more interesting for me was INSEAD. Actually, so initially I was only thinking about applying to INSEAD, but throughout the process, I also had to.
Can I tell you very well? Sorry, we cannot hear you very well.
We can hear you very well, yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, is it better now?
It's better now, yeah. And don't talk too fast, please. Yes, so what did you say, Sorel? Go ahead.
I was saying that initially when I was considering going for an MBA, the first school I had in mind was INSEAD. But when I was applying, actually, I discovered a lot of schools. Actually, I had to benchmark and look at other opportunities. And initially, my main point was that I wanted to do one so that I could try to.
We cannot hear you well, Sorel.
We can.
You're too far from the microphone.
For the microphone.
Okay, Sorel.
Yes, is it better?
Yeah, it's better.
Yes, better.
Please
Yeah.
talk to the Okay.
Okay.
So basically, initially you were interested in INSEAD only, and then you saw that there is more offer, and you have decided to apply also to IMD. Can you tell us the result that you have had? Yeah.
Why? Because first I was interested in 1 year program, and both INSEAD and IMD are 1 year program. And the second thing is that coming from a French country, frankly speaking, I wanted to be in a country where French is also the second language actually. And whether in Lausanne or in France, in Paris, is French that is spoken like out of the school. For me, it was like it's going to be easier to easily connect other people.
Hello. Yes, we cannot hear you, Sorel. We cannot hear you very well. Okay. And finally, you have decided to apply. You have been accepted to both INSEAD and IMD, and you have picked up IMD because simply that's something that we have decided together. Because IMD will give you a better financial package. Okay. So what did you get? What financial package did you get from INSEAD, and what financial package did you get from IMD, Sorel?
Okay. From IMD, I actually got like the full package. You know, it's actually they call it the backpack scholarship. The first time that scholarship to go to student was that basis. In addition to ACEs, we also had to complete interviews. At the end of it, only one person I was selected for the scholarship, and I won it actually. And for INSEAD, there is a way to apply for INSEAD also when you are submitting your application form. And I did the same actually and applied for scholarship, and at the end they came back to me that I've won 2 scholarships of 12 euros. So at the end from INSEAD, I got 50k euro scholarship, and I got the full package for IMD.
So because we cannot hear you very well, so I will translate again because we cannot hear you. So basically, Sorel received a full scholarship for IMD, so they pay everything. So she has received 130,000 euro scholarship, and from HEC, from INSEAD, she has received 50,000. So basically, IMD covers everything. INSEAD only covers half of the tuition, okay, which is already very good. But it means that IMD will cost her a maximum 5,000 euros. INSEAD will cost her something like still 70,000 euros. Okay. Well, at the same time, don't be too focused on ranking. Whether you study at INSEAD or IMD, you get the same type of job. Huh? Basically, you get you'll be contacted by the same companies. Whether you graduate from INSEAD or IMD, you get the same salary. So it doesn't change anything. So don't be too focused on ranking. Okay. And what we've noticed with Sorel is that there's a lot of help that is given, especially to African students. Alors, basically, Hervé, that's something we can discuss because we have time to discuss all this.
Yeah. Yes.
So tell me, what is the issue for an African who wants to study and in Europe, and what can we tell them?
Oh, for an African who want to study in Europe, I would say that there are a lot of opportunities, and if you have more than 2 years of experiences, and if you are considering some big school like MBA, if you are MBA, it will be good to really look not to look that how can I finance that project, because I know that many people really want to do that kind of project, but sometimes they just say, okay, I can manage to finance that, I will just stop like that. I think you have to dream. You have to dream and to pursue your dream by making all you can do to achieve the really goal, what you want, the kind of job, what you want.
Yeah, exactly. So what I would say is that don't be stuck by the financial package. Even if you don't get any scholarship to study at INSEAD, it's going to cost you something like 120,000 euros. It can sound a lot of money, especially if you bring that into CFA francs, okay? But at the same time, there's a lot of help available, okay?
Yeah.
Basically, you, for instance, Hervé, even though you applied, you receive scholarship. How much have you received? Because you applied to round 5, so there was no money available.
Yes.
The more you wait, and how much did you receive finally?
30,000.
30,000. Okay.
Yes.
Which is a lot, huh? Especially
yes,
for the last round.
For the last,
of course, it still make the prime expensive because you have to pay for the rest. You have to pay for living expenses. Because don't imagine that when they say that they give you 30,000 euros, they're not going to wire 30,000 euros on your bank account. They will just give you a discount of 30,000 euros. Usually that is given at the end. Huh? What is given at the beginning? So basically you have to pay, and you know that the last 4 or 5 installments don't have to be paid. Okay?
Yes, right.
So that's the thing. Now, MBA Center works a lot with companies, especially one called Prodigy Finance, for which you're eligible. Okay, alors Hervé is not eligible because you can only use Prodigy Finance if you study in a country that is not your country. Okay, so being based in France, you cannot get Prodigy Finance because they would say, look, you're French, you study in France, you can find a bank to pay. Okay, but if, for instance, you wanted to study in the UK, or so it means that for the people that we have, for Abraham, for Brave, for even for Sorel, huh? Sorel, if finally you cannot study at INSEAD, but you will get the 50,000 euro scholarship from INSEAD, and you will borrow another 50,000. That's what everybody does, Sorel. Huh? Everybody does like that. Me, for instance, my son, he went to ESCP, he borrowed 51,000, and now I'm paying the bank loan with him. Okay, so we pay 1 month, I pay 1 month, he pays. We find a way. So everybody has debts. Huh? And anyway, so don't forget that if you study at HEC or INSEAD or LBS, you will not go back to Africa right after, okay, you're going to have a European salary, okay, which is of course much higher than what you can have in Africa. And if you go back to Africa, you will have a salary that is in line with the salary that you have in France. You work, I don't know, for BNP. BNP is not going to send you back to Cameroon with 10% of your previous salary. You'll be, of course, in line with, you'll be probably an expatriate. You'll be in line with the salary that you had before. Okay. Alors, that's the thing that we have to, we want to say. Okay.
Okay.
So that's for the program. Alors, basically, Hervé, I didn't ask you to introduce yourself because I want to do a different type of interview. So maybe I guess that most of the people know you because people who came today are your friends. But this interview will be also broadcast on the YouTube channel. So where are you, Hervé?
Okay. Where I'm now. At the
is Hervé Kensum?
Yeah.
Okay. More about yourself.
Okay. To have a complete presentation, what I can say is that I was born and raised in Cameroon, where I get my physics degrees. Yes, my physics master degrees. And after that, I went to National Advanced School of Polytechnic in Cameroon, where I get my mechanical degrees. And I moved after that in France. And in France, I got my first immersion in the oil and gas industry as a mechanical engineer. And because I have always been interested with energy sector, I transitioned to oil and gas. I transitioned from oil and gas to nuclear field. And now I was working as a mechanical nuclear lead for Advance, which is one of the world leader in the nuclear studies in Europe.
Okay, so that's what you have been doing, and so you had a good job, you had a nice house, you have a family. So why have you decided to give up on that? And one day to say, I'm going to do a new start.
Okay.
It's a new start for you. You agree? It's a new start.
Yes, it's a new start. It is a jump. It's a very deep jump. But what I consider is that I got a very technical background with more than 8 years of experiences, and for me, the question was continue to have an expertise in the mechanical and technical field, or add another string to my bow to have a business, to have other part of the industry, and to have a business, to add a business, the business, how can I say that, to have a business profile, to add a profile. Yes, it is why I really consider an MBA.
Yeah, so the idea was for you to have a new start and to leave the technical field in which you are, for probably a career more like in consulting. That the idea is consulting.
Yes. I'm looking for consulting in the top firm. Yes.
Yeah. So it can be Accenture, it can be the BCG. We'll see from there. That's basically the same type of career that Sorel has in mind. By the way, Sorel, you also want to work in consulting? What is your project? I forgot. It's consulting as well, huh?
Definitely. I want to apply for an MBA if I don't consider consulting. Of course, it's an option, but I'm not only open to consulting, right?
Yeah, because your career has been, you have done many things. And Hervé has been technical. You see that Sorel, she has already a more business job than business.
Yes.
Okay. Before we go ahead, I know that we have guests today, so maybe they can ask. I'm sure that they have questions. So, Abraham, what question have you got for us? What is the question you want to ask us, Abraham? Hello, Abraham, you have a question for us, Abraham? Can you talk? Or Braille? Yes, Abraham, can you talk? What question have you got for us, Abraham?
Yes, I wanted to know more about the scholarship processes. when you were explaining, I didn't get well what you were saying. If it is fully funded scholarship in every system, or it's just partial.
Alors, basically, I think that Herve can explain, and Sorel can explain even better. Huh? Okay, because Sorel, she had altogether, she received 180,000 euros scholarships. Now, can you explain in UK, Hervé? Then Sorel will explain, and me, I will explain as well. Okay? But what I want to say, Abraham, is that if you want to go to HEC or to LBS or to INSEAD or to IMD or to IAC or to ESADE or to Bocconi, the top 20 in Europe, there is no problem to go. Money is not a problem. There are organizations financing students who go to top schools. So if it's a top 20, they will finance. Huh? Okay? Bon. Hervé, can you explain in your case, and then Sorel will explain in your case? Because
yes,
it's a big issue. By the way, MBA Center is launching something, an organization called MBA Center for Africa. Okay? The project we're going to start to work on probably, I don't know, this spring. Okay? And what we ask from schools is that they guarantee a financing to the students. Okay? So that if you come from Africa, the financing is guaranteed either through credit finance, through the school that will give you a loan. In a way or in another, you will be guaranteed. Huh? We're not there yet, but already very positive signs. So how did it go for you, Hervé?
Okay, for me, what I can say is that I got a scholarship because the school HEC is 18,000 euros, and I got 30,000. But from you just have to work well for your application, because when you have a very good application, a very good tips, and I think you can have more than what I got, and I think Sorel is the case for that. You just go to try to have a very good application for the school you choose, and I think financing will be easy to get. Financement very easy to get.
Basically, I'm going to tell you something, and then Sorel will talk. So I will say that basically, usually, if you come from Africa, they will give you something. It can be 10,000, 20,000, can be more than 30,000, like Sorel. They will give you something, and the rest you'll use this company called Prodigy Finance to get an extra loan. Huh? That's what we have. Okay. So Sorel, she got something. She got more. She received more from INSEAD, and from IMD, she has received a full package. But it was because she was part of a specific program. Can you explain to us how it worked for you, Sorel?
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, for IMG, actually, the scholarship is called the Backpack Scholarship for Women, sorry. So when you go to the website, you will see the scholarship there. So you just need to apply and follow the guideline of whatever they are looking for. And apart from that, actually, there is a need-based scholarship generally for many students. Like if you are coming from Africa, you can just apply for the need-based scholarship. There are also scholarships that they say like merit-based scholarship. Like in case you have a great GMAT, in case you are a young entrepreneur, in case you have a great leadership career, those are also points that counts. And that can help you apply to different scholarships. I don't know if that helps. So it's the same case
Okay.
like
So basically, Sorel, you have been selected. You, Sorel, you have been selected for a specific scholarship. And what was the name of the scholarship? I forgot at IMD. What was the name at IMD? What was the name?
I applied to one. The one that gave the full package is the Backpack Scholarship for Women.
Sorry.
Scholarship for women. But apart from that, what I want to say is that we also have. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The full package is the Backpack Scholarship for Women. But apart from that, I have the school. You will see all those scholarships available, and same for every school. And then based on your competency, you will know which one suits you the best, and you can apply for that.
Yeah. Hello? Hello?
Sorry, you can't hear me.
Yeah. Hello?
So the backpack scholarship for women is the one I got full package. But if you go on IMD website, you will see several other scholarships actually. And based on your competence, you will know to which scholarship you can apply.
Yeah, okay. You know, and at the same time, you have to see today is that there are more scholarship for women as well. Huh?
Yes, I noticed that.
So, for instance, me, for instance,
in HEC
yes. For instance, this week I was in contact with a student accepted to INSEAD, and she had there was scholarship for women. They were, I said yes, I will help you because it's not part of the package. So usually we write a scholarship essay with our students, and that they can use for any school. And then here it was very different because, and then I say yes, and I spend my evening because we answer like 13 scholarships. Just for women, there were 13 scholarships in addition to the scholarship. So of course, being a woman, because you see what you have to know is that schools, they want to have even. So the first school in the world to have an even number of men and women is Wharton. They're 50-50. Okay. Usually in most MBA programs, you have 60-40. Okay. So of course they do a lot to give scholarship. For instance, Xenia, we did an MBA, who is doing an MBA at EMBA. She also received a scholarship. It was not big, but they gave her something. So what I want to say is that they want more women. It's very
yes. There is a many program for women in HEC.
And basically, the first problem that I've seen with our African students, we started to work with more African students in 2020, is there was an issue with financing. Okay, now, of course, you have to understand that the financing for Herve is not the financing of for Sorel, because Herve is Cameroonian, but he has a salary in France, so it's easy for him to get a loan. I'm sure that you got a loan in France.
Yes.
Because you're a French fiscal resident and you're French, probably you have the two nationalities, and you're at least a fiscal resident, which is enough. As long as you're fiscal resident, it's enough.
Yes.
So it means you pay your tax, etc. So they have your tax for the last probably 10 years. And you live in France and you have you own something. Okay.
Yes.
But of course for Sorel it's different because she doesn't have access to French banks. Okay, so it's another story. So Abraham, so what I've noticed is that basically the financing is that one, the school, second of all, they have extra scholarships, okay, and finally you have foundations that give scholarships, and you also have the companies like Productive Finance. So in a way or another, there will be no problem. Okay, and you have to see, Abraham, that anyway, the French who study at HEC, they also make a loan. So they owe as much money as you. And anyway, after HEC, you're allowed to work 1 year in France. And if you find a job, you have another 3 years. Huh? Okay. By the way, Aman, he has used Prodigy Finance. Huh?
Yes.
EDEX. So can you tell us how it works with Prodigy Finance, Aman? Aman is
Sure.
is working for us. He will manage Paris, and he's also studied at EDEC. He did his master at EDEC. Okay, so can you tell us how it works?
Hi, Hubert. So, Prodigy Finance funds all international students. So, if anyone wants to come to France or in any other country, you can take the loan. They will fund your tuition fee plus your living expenses also. So even if you do not have $100 even in your bank account, still you can do an MBA. You can fund your tuition fee plus your living expenses from Prodigy Finance. And the best part is they do not ask for any guarantor and co-signer. So if you will go to any bank in your home country or international bank, they will ask either a guarantor or a co-signer. But Prodigy Finance do not ask any guarantor co-signer. What they need, just an admission letter. So if you get
an admission letter, Aman, yes, and also they want to see your salary slips. They want to see that you have paid tax. They want to see your salary slips. That's what they ask from you.
Slip, yeah. But they will give you the loan. And the good thing is, like, Prodigy Finance was started by INSEAD alumni. To INSEAD MBA grads started Prodigy Finance. So they heavily fund for INSEAD HEC grads. They know that you will get a job because your loan is on on the basis of how you can repay it in the future. So they know if you are going to HEC, INSEAD, IMD, or any good business school, you can repay your loan. So on the basis of that, they will decide your rate of interest also. And when I see the rate of interest, like I come from India, if I would have taken the loan from India, I would have paid like 11% interest rate or 12%. But Prodigy Finance is charging only 7%. So your rate of interest is also very, very low. So Prodigy Finance,
it's high for French, because in France we pay what the interest rate is 2-3%, but of course in some countries 7% is very good. In Russia it must be 13% now. Huh? How much is it in Russia?
Now it has been increased, because in the US earlier it was 3, now it's 8% in the US also. So because it has increased repo, like every country's reserve bank has increased the repo rate, so that's why the interest rate is little higher, but it's still Prodigy Finance will give you the best interest rate. So funding is not an issue. You're getting an admission in a good college.
How much did you pay for your interest rate to Xenia, for instance, in Russia? 11%? No, how much was it?
Yeah, we have from 10 to 12. Yeah, and pay 10.
Okay, so it's quite a lot, huh? I can tell you there, but it's very important. So you see, Abraham, if you want to get for it, if you want to go to INSEAD or to HEC or to MBA or to MBS, there's no problem. It's paid. Okay, so it's not a reason not to go. And I can give the example of Xenia, who comes from Russia, of Aman, who comes from India, of Sorel, who comes from Cameroon, etc. They all found a way, and there's a way. Okay, it's rare that the school gives you the money, but through Prodigy Finance, and Aman explained very well, you can get the financing. Okay, so now Brel,
I have.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I have one last question, please.
Yeah.
Yes. It's about the application. Is it obliged to have years of experiences when applying?
It depends of the degree. Huh? So, for instance, when you want to apply for an MBA, they will ask you for 3 years of work experience. Okay. If you have no work experience, you can go for something that we call an MIM, Master in International Management, MIM. You see? You know about MIM. So anyway, we'll get your contact information, because Herve, Abraham is your friend. You know Abraham?
Yes.
So Abraham, if you have not enough work experience, we'll bring you to something called an MIM. Huh? For instance, that's what Aman did. He did an MIM. Aman did not do an MBA because he thought that given the work experience that she has, an MIM would be better. Plus, the advantage of MIM is that MIMs are cheaper. Huh? An MBA at HEC costs 80,000 euros. An MIM at HEC costs 35,000 euros. Huh? So it is almost 3 times as cheap. Okay. So then there is Henri, who's asking a question. There is Henri Gomis. So Henri, yeah, can you tell us what is your question, Henri? Henri, yeah, you have a question for us. Henri, can I talk? Henri? Hello, Henri? Okay, so Brel, can you talk? Brel Nango? Brel? Hello? Brel, can you talk? Yeah, Brel,
hello.
what do you want to say? Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, Brel, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
But thank you for this webinar. But I
Yeah.
don't have a question for now.
For the time being. So you, Brel, you want to go for you want to go for an MBA to work in Europe or in the US? And it's your objective as well. Yeah.
I think I want to do MBA, but now I have another project. MBA is for in 5 years.
Maybe the MBA will be in 5 years' time from now. Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
but maybe. Alors, so there is Doreen. So Doreen, you have a question for us? Doreen? You know Doreen, Hervé? Yeah.
Yes.
Hello,
Yeah,
everybody.
Doreen. So what is the question that you have for us? So Doreen, maybe it's a question for Hervé, but it can be a question for Sorel as well. I think that Sorel left. So
Good afternoon, everybody.
yeah. Hello, Doreen.
Yes, thank you very much for this webinar.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been a bit busy as well. I came late, so I'm very sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
For
Don't
the
worry.
time being, I'm just listening to you. Maybe later I will have a question, but for now it's okay. Thank you.
It's okay. Alors, so basically, Henri has a question for us. So Henri, what questions have you got for us, Henri? Henri? Maybe Henri.
Yeah.
Is that
You
go ahead.
hearing me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can hear
yes.
you, Henri. Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you for giving me talk. I have a question. So, my objective is after this year is coming to work in a financial department or a strategies department. If it's possible to work in another country, it's not a problem in Africa or in USA, whatever the country. So my question is, now we have the two big MBA. If I understand, we have HEC with for my colleague Herve.
Yeah.
He will talk to me about the HEC, and now I'm trying for the discuss the other high school. So my question is for this big two school. Which one we take for if we have a project, a career project to work in a financial department or strategies, who is the best school? And the second question is, it is possible to try these two schools. If I have one, we go there.
Alors, two questions. Alors, Hervé, what is possible? So if you can answer the second question, because you have applied to HEC only, and HEC was your dream school. Specifically, dream school was that's something we have decided is HEC Yale. We want a double degree HEC Yale because we believe that there's nothing better than HEC Yale. Okay. Bon.
Yes.
Have you met the schools before? Have you met HEC before applying? What is offered to you to have a test of the schools?
Okay. For me, I think you have to prospect. You have to for what you want to do, because with Henri we have that discussion a couple of weeks ago, and I was saying that for his plan, I think that MBA will be the program which really fit his goal. But for me, what I did is to prospect, to go to, because with Hubert we have the first meeting. If you remember, we have the first meeting. I told you, okay, I really want to do a MBA, and you just say, okay, we try to brainstorm together, and we really found that HEC MBA will be the really good program which fits to my goal. It's
yes,
the first week
because it was the best possibility for you. So basically, what I want to say is that schools give you the opportunity to visit. So I will say that you, Henri, coming from Cameroon, especially if you come from Cameroon, you take 1 day to visit HEC. So basically, if you go there, you can attend a class, have lunch with an HEC graduate, and then talk to the committee. And if you come from Cameroon, they will give you a day. Okay. Same thing for INSEAD. They will give you time. So what I suggest is that sometimes these schools offer what we call I don't know, campus tour. Okay, so please come there. Okay, but what I want to say is that sometimes it is organized. For instance, HEC or INSEAD, sometimes they organize like an open day where you can come,
open day.
when you have a. But of course, when you come from Cameroon, it's difficult because. But I would say that come for an open day. Okay, so I don't know, for the INSEAD or HEC open day, and then the second day go to the school. But I promise you that if you come from far, they will be nice with you. They will allow you to have lunch with a student. They will allow you to go to a class. They will spend time with you, because at HEC they have someone who is in charge of Africa, and we know that in reality HEC or INSEAD get few Africans. When they say that they have diversity, whatever. In reality, they get Africans who live in Europe. Okay, they get few who come from Africa. Okay, the objective of MBA Center Africa is to bring students from Africa. Okay, because those who are already in Europe are like Europeans. In reality, they have salaries, they have income tax. Easy for them to find the thing. Okay. The second thing, Sorel can tell us, because when we were talking to Sorel, she refused to apply to HEC. So Sorel, why have you preferred INSEAD to HEC, Sorel? I cannot hear you well. Sorel? We cannot hear you, Sorel. I don't know where you are now.
It is just a matter of preference. That's all. Yeah. Matter of preference. That's all. Okay. No specific reason.
I think that probably what Sorel wanted, she wanted something a bit more international. It's true that yes. HEC is probably less international than INSEAD, so she wanted to be in a more international environment, and she want to go from Cameroon to France. She wanted to have something that is okay. Plus, you have to understand that HEC, by the way, has exchange programs, double degrees, but it's true that INSEAD, as you know, they have a campus in Singapore.
Hello?
Yeah, Sorel, yeah, go ahead. Sorel, yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, Sorel.
Yes,
you told us that it's a matter of difference, okay? Hello? Hello? Yeah. So if she doesn't want, she cannot talk. Hello, Sorel? Alors basically, then there's Edwin. Edwin Tamer. So Edwin, you have a question for Hervé? Edwin?
No, I don't have a question.
Yeah. So same thing, you want to study in Alors basically what I want to say is that we have an issue with African students, those who are based in Africa, is that they have an issue with the level of English, they have an issue with the GMAT, okay? And many stop in the middle. And we have too many who stop in the middle. They start, they find it maybe too difficult. Okay. So what I want to say is that Hervé and Sorel, they have chosen the difficult paths. Okay, they have to take the TOEFL, they have to take the GMAT, etc. If, for instance, you feel that you cannot go for the GMAT, then we can go to Institut d'Empresa, or we can say at Huawei Business School. So there are other programs that are much easier. Okay, so first, if you need to work on the application, we have a coach who will write your application. We work on the essays. We can find a school that doesn't ask for the GMAT. Okay. The only thing that you have to prepare is a language test. So either the TOEFL or the IELTS. Anyway, you need to reach a certain level because the courses are taught in English. Okay, so if you cannot speak English at all, it will be an issue. Sorry. Okay. So that's another issue. Okay. So Samuel, I don't know you, Samuel. You have a question for us, Samuel? Hello.
Hello.
He just joined. Okay.
And so you have a question for our friend? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want to know how you manage to deal with a family life, a work life, and being able to ace, I will say it like that, but just complete your GMAT and answer all the relevant questions, all the questions relevant to the essays. Thank you.
How did you manage? So how difficult was it? I remember that we had arguments because I remember that Hervé went on vacation and he stopped working for 1 or 2 weeks and I told him how unhappy I was. So
yes, it was a very, very difficult journey. And thanks, Dr. Hubert, because I got your support that period. Yes, it's not easy when you have a family, very, very difficult job as mine, and GMAT and EC to tackle. It was very difficult. But what we did, I got a private courses with Dr. Hubert because at the beginning he have a very good plan for many weeks to study, but I add private courses to be sure that I can manage to prepare for the first step of for GMAT and other thing. And after that, we have people who help you to write your essay, and the way to do is to just have the idea. It is a very introspective part of the process. You need to trust the process, work hard, very hard, and if you try to be serious, I think you can achieve the goal you want to.
Okay, so basically, don't worry, we'll help you for that. So basically, if we feel that you can take the GMAT and the GMAT and the TOEFL, we'll go for it and we'll apply to programs that ask for such tests. If it doesn't work, there are schools that offer easier tests, okay, like Instituto de Empresa that has a test called IGAT, or schools that do not ask for tests at all. Warwick Business School, Manchester Alliance, Cranfield do not ask for tests. Huh? So usually we like UK schools because UK schools are pretty good. You get a work visa for 2 years. Okay, so it's pretty good. Huh?
Thank you very much.
Yes. So Samuel, okay. Herve Kens, Herve no, Edwin he asked for a question. Doreen, Abraham, they all asked for a question. Alors basically, what would you say to all your friends who have come today, Herve? What would you tell them that they should do to be successful? What is the secret of success? And Sorel will answer the same question. She left, Sorel? She left.
No, I think she's there.
Sorel, are you with us? No, I think she left. She's
okay.
back. Alors,
Abraham, I think Abraham is asking another question.
Yes. So Abraham, what questions have you got for us, Abraham? Abraham? Hello? Abraham? We cannot hear you, Abraham. Abraham?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Abraham,
go ahead.
one last question. Yeah, you were currently talking about TOEFL and GMAT. I needed to know if between the language tests you have to give during your application, you just need to TOEFL, or you can come with a TOEIC or another test language, English test language.
Basically, the TOEIC is not accepted. Yes. The two tests that are accepted are the TOEFL and the IELTS. There's a new test coming up called Duolingo, but only a few schools accept it. So yes, it's TOEFL or IELTS, and either one works. So try the two. Anyway, there's a platform that we give you where you have access to TOEFL and IELTS courses, but it's more like it's more for self-study. So we consider that, of course, we need to give you classes for the GMAT, group class, private tutoring, and for the GMAT, for the TOEFL, we give you access to a platform. Okay, probably next year, pretty soon, we'll also offer online courses and something more developed than just a platform. So you have to take either one. Okay. Henri Gomis, you have another question for us, Henri. Henri Gomis, go ahead, Henri.
Yes, I have another one. My question is for prepare the test for the MBA. What strategy we take? And in my mind, we say we work at first for the English test, and after we work the mathematical test.
Yeah, probably yes. Sometimes you have time, but with Herve we don't have much time. But of course, ideally, that's what I did. For instance, when I went to DS, because before going to DS I could not speak English. So what I did, I prepared the TOEFL. I got a score, an equivalent of 100. At that time, it was different scoring. The scale was different. So I prepared the TOEFL first to leverage up my English level, and then I work on the GMAT. That's something that I advise. It's true that with URV, many students, what they do is that they say the GMAT is the difficult test, so they jump to the GMAT immediately, and then they prepare the TOEFL at the last minute. That's not something that I advise. Okay, but that's what many people do, unfortunately. So Herve, so we're going to come to an end. I would have been 1 hour together, and I know that you're in your truck.
Yes.
So tell me, what piece of advice would you give? Like, if you could give like 3 pieces of advice to potential applicants from Africa.
Okay. Okay. The advice I can say, I can give. First one is don't think that, don't fear about how to finance. Don't be sure that if you get an admission, you can find the way to finance your program. Don't be just say that, okay, I will not find the money for that project. The first advice. The second advice is that I think many of you have the very good potential, and if you want to explore that potential on you, doing an MBA for those who are really interested with that will be the way to do. And for you, as I told you, I can help every time to give you some advice or to share with you my experience during the process.
Yes. So basically, I agree with you. And first, you can all make it, okay? And at MBA Center, we can bring you to Harvard, or we can bring you to Warwick. It would depend on the on the willpower, the time and effort that you want to put into the MBA. Second of all, at the right timing. The sooner you start, the better. It's true that, for instance, Sorel is not there, but Sorel, for instance, she came to meet me. She had already taken the GMAT. She had the 660. She wanted to apply soon. We tried INSEAD and IMD. When the initial project was to go to America. Okay. For instance, if you want to go to America, take your time. Okay. But what I want to say is that if you want to start in September of this year or even January of next year, you have to start now. Okay. You have to send the latest that you'll have to send your application is May, June. Preparing the GMAT, the TOEFL, the application. 6 months is not too little. So basically, take time. And even you can even start to prepare even for September 2025, 24. Sorry, because you send your application by September 23. So basically, for those who want to start in September 23, January 24, September 24, they have to start now. Okay, because it's a very long process. Okay, so first of all, first you can finance. Second of all, take your time and don't rush. Don't do it at the last minute. Take your time. And last one, don't just listen to rankings. Okay, so listen to what is best for you. I'll give you an example. You come from Africa. We perfectly know that as an African, you also want to use this MBA to get experience abroad and maybe stay in Europe or in the US. Okay, but if you study in the UK, the visa, the post-MBA visa will be for the UK. If you study in Italy, it will be for Italy. In France, it will be for France. In US, it will be for the US. Okay. So first of all, you have to understand that the place where you're going to study will affect your job search right after. For instance, Herve wants to go to Yale because his project is to work in America. Okay. So so you have to take that into consideration as well. Don't say, oh, I will study at HEC because it is a bit easier, but my real project is to work in America. If you study at HEC, stay at HEC, it's very unlikely that you'll work in America. Okay, right. Even if you have the exchange program, to really work in America, you need a degree in America. And the exchange program will not give you a degree. For instance, Eve and Edison Gona, who are studied in at HEC and who had an exchange program with Yale, with Chicago for 6 months, could not stay there. Okay. Well, basically, what I want to say is that the last thing is that I would say that our African students who do work hard, they get very good schools. I have many Africans accepted to HEC, to INSEAD, to Yale, to Chicago, to Harvard. Okay. We could basically they will all be members of the organization. Now, I would say that as an African, the easy way is to come to France, okay, because of the cultural relationship between France and Africa. Now, the best thing to do is probably to go to America, okay, because you make more money, there are more opportunities. Is it something that you can do and you can afford? I don't know, okay. But same thing, if you go to America, you have a bigger loan, okay. So I would say me, if I were African today, I would go to America. Okay, I would not go to France. But of course, you have family constraints. Of course, if you already have family in France, they can host you, they can take care of you. Of course, go to France. So it was very nice to see you.
Thank you, Dr. Hubert.
We'll come to see you this spring because to make an interview on the HEC campus it will be interesting so that people see what it is. By the way, MBA Center works very closely with HEC, and I look forward to seeing you, all of you. Herve, you give me the contact information of your friends, okay?
Okay,
and
right.
we'll talk to them. And some wants to start maybe 23, 24. For others, it's a longer project. Now, what I would say is that don't wait. The sooner, the better. Herve, how old are you, Herve? 31, 32? How old are you, Herve?
30, 35.
35, so you finish when it's 36, 37. Finish your MBA 9, it's not a bad thing as well. Okay, so it means that just for the problem for Herve, the fact is that is going to grow until the age of 50. He has like 12, 15 years to basically take advantage of the MBA. If you get your MBA at 28, you're going to have 20 plus years to basically build on your MBA. So the sooner you do it, the better.
The better, yes, right.
6 years old, we apply for MBA. It's called a deferred MBA. So I had like 2 last year who got accepted. One got Columbia, the other one got MIT. So they finish their study, they will work for 2-3 years, and they will start the MBA when they are 24 years old. Okay, so which is of course a great thing because can you imagine you can basically plan and develop from an MBA that you did at a very young age. Voilà. So nice. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll talk to you, all of you, this week. Thank you. Bye bye.